I collected coconuts yesterday, and today I asked Ulysses to open the coconuts for me, and he did that, as you can see in this part of the video. I am too afraid to open the coconuts with a machete like he does. I just know I'll cut a finger off. So he took care of that for me, and I then put them in the freezer because I'm not sure if I'm going to get to them. I knew I wasn't going to get to them today. Not sure if I'll get to them tomorrow, but I think I probably will. If not tomorrow, then the next day. And I'll show you that. What I'm hoping to make is coconut oil, which I have made before, and also sweetened coconut flakes that I can use in baking. I think I can make both of those. And then, but I'm not sure about that. I think it's possible I can make one or the other and not both, but I got to look that up. So I'll probably look it up tonight. And like I said, I'll either make them tomorrow or the next day. One of the other things I'm working on that I really wanted to show you is my mahogany benches and chairs. So I'm adding benches throughout the property. I don't know if it'll really give it a park-like setting, but I just started working on it. This is our first bench, and we just use scrap mahogany. We cut it out so that it'll fit in there. This side fits really well. This side doesn't fit quite as well. It's not carved quite as well, but it works. And then I haven't decided how I am going to finish these so that they stay. Now, they are mahogany, which is a hardwood that has a lot of oils in it, so it won't go bad very quickly, but I still think I want to put something on it. So I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do with some of the benches and chairs, but the basic benches, I'm not positive. So there's one here, which right now just overlooks the mahogany tree. But this is a really pretty pasture with all the citrus trees behind it. So once this is all gone, which won't be for a few months, but once it's gone, that'll look really pretty. I'm going to put another one in here. This is the area I call my orchard. I don't know. I'm actually thinking about putting it right in the middle so I can watch the chickens from one side, look into my food forest from the other side. I haven't decided on that one, but I know I want a bench in there. Now, my third seating area is going to be in the far pasture up at the front, near the house under those trees. There's also a hibiscus tree. Hibiscus? I think so. Tree. And what I'm going to put there is the chairs that I call my art installation. So this is one of them. We haven't cleaned it up yet, but once it's cleaned up a little bit, I'm going to leave this rough like it is, but here and on here, I'm going to smooth it out a little so it's comfortable to sit on. And then I am going to pour epoxy in here and probably epoxy the rest of it or most of it. I haven't decided. With that, we're going to put this as a chair, and I'm going to clean up the moss, but that's it. Ulysses wanted to cut this further, and I said, no, I kind of like it this way. So I'll clean up the moss. It actually has, that is an orchid of some type. Might leave that, but probably not. And I think I'm going to epoxy this. Probably just the part that's cut. And probably not the top. So what I might do with these ends is instead of using epoxy, I might use the used motor oil mixed with a pink coolant, which is just one of the many colors coolant comes in. And so it keeps that red look of the mahogany. And I won't do that where you're sitting, but I might do that on other parts of the wood. So, and then I have this little chair that Ulysses cut before he knew what I really wanted. But this is going to go with those. So it'll be 3 chairs up in that corner. Not sure what else I'm gonna do, but that's my thought. If anyone has any ideas. Oh, and with these 3 chairs, I am gonna put some sort of table. And it's gonna be as rustic as everything else. So I think I'm gonna use a flat piece that was cut there, just sitting on a post. I don't know if I will attach them. I'm trying not to use any nails, but on that one I'm not so sure. And so we'll make this look as much like a park as we can. No, it won't really be park-like, but it'll be nice. I don't know how much I'll use the benches because in reality, I don't have time to sit around during the day and read. I do read early in the morning and late at night, but I don't have time. So we'll see. It's a fun project. Today we're making coconut oil. So we've taken the coconut and now we're taking off the brown so that after making oil we can also make coconut flour. So let me show you how that's done. So now we're taking all the coconut and we're cutting it into small pieces because I didn't do that before. And we're blending it with water. So it's about 50% water, 50% coconut. And then I'm putting it through a nut bag. But you can use a strainer or cheesecloth, good cheesecloth like muslin. And we're gonna then cook it in this pot. Okay, so this is our coconut milk heating on the stove. It's on low heat. And then next to that, we have the dehydrator. And this is the pulp from the coconut milk that will turn into coconut flour. So we've been busy here this morning. So I would love to show you the final product of our coconut oil, but we had a massive fail. I don't know how well you could see this. This is solid. The oil never separated. And I think it was completely our fault. I mean, obviously it was our fault because other people have done it fine. I actually made it once before without a problem with a small amount. This was 9 coconuts. It was a lot of work. I think I did it once before. I don't know if I had 1 or 2 coconuts. It made very little coconut oil, but I had great coconut oil in the end. And I think what we did wrong is we continued to stir it even after it started to simmer. And I think what we were doing was stirring the oil back in because we ended up with the solids that you should get, but also with no oil. Or, I mean, if you feel it, it feels oily. So I think we just mixed the oil right back in. But once we did that, it was too late. We tried to cook it a little longer. It didn't work. Yanni is at her house right now. She just blended some more coconut, and she's trying the refrigerator method, which is really virgin coconut oil. And what you do is you pretty much blend it just like we did with a little water, and you put it in the refrigerator, and the oil will separate from the water like oil does. My concern with that method is it probably works, but it probably doesn't get out as much water as cooking, and the oil probably doesn't last as long. So if I'm gonna make this once a month, every few months, I want it to last a few months. So I'm gonna try this again, and I will show you the ending of us cooking it on the stove and whatnot if it works. But I didn't want to, although it crossed my mind, trash this whole video and not show it to you, because you ought to see my fails as well as my successes. So I am now walking down to the chicken area, and I'm gonna see if they like this, because it should be fine for them to eat. And so I'm not gonna give them this whole bowl. It's a lot, but I'm gonna give them some of it. Hi, pups. So all the chickens are coming over, and we'll see what they think. Oh yeah, they love it. Since I have a lot of them, maybe I will bring them all out. That is Lady. So only 2 of my chickens have names, Lady and, well, maybe 3. Lady, Phyllis, and Floppy. And that's Lady screaming. So I'm going to bring the bowl in with me and start to throw it on the floor. I was going to throw it in the compost, and then if they ate it, they ate it, and if they didn't, it would turn into compost. But since they're all going to town on it, I'm just going to keep throwing it on the floor. Maybe I'll get closer to the compost, but I don't think it matters. Here comes Mama Duck. Let's see if she likes it. Oh yeah, she's pretty happy with it too, so let's see if we could get more for the ducks. It's actually hard to scoop out of this. It's packed in pretty tightly. It might just be because it's cold. Okay, here are all my teenage ducks. 2 boys and 4 girls, I believe. They don't like things being thrown at them, but... Here, let me do this. I'm going to set up the camera. I know I'm going to put this down and they're going to come running, but... Oh yeah, they're fine eating right out of the thing. But let me set up the camera and pick that up and hope they don't peck at me when I pick that up. Okay, girls. Here, Mama. Oh, you're not Mama. You're the baby. One thing about boy ducks, I might have said this in another video, but male ducks are definitely, I don't want to say more aggressive, but less fearful and friendlier. I'm going to have to wash my hands pretty well after all this. Okay, let's get the other duckies. I don't know if I can go out and do it. Yeah, let me go do that. Okay, I think I'm going to save the second half of this for tomorrow because I don't want to give them too much. I don't know how it will affect them. So, look at the ducks. They're still picking. Mama duck is. The babies. So the 2 ducks closest to us are the boys, and then there are 4 girls. Thanks for joining us this week as we attempted to make coconut oil and coconut flour. We will definitely try again, and hopefully you will join us. If you'd like to follow along, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so that you're notified when our next video comes out. If you know of anyone that's looking to move to or visit or even homestead in Panama, please show them our channel, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.